Previously on Cross-Gen Gaming.
Despite the video game drought that has been the past 2 years, the month of September has been absolutely bursting with video game announcements both for 2022 and 2023 and beyond.
The game train left the station on September 9th with the Disney and Marvel Games Showcase, which featured some updates, a lot of mobile/free-to-play games, and a few surprises.
Next up was Nintendo. Now, the last full direct that Nintendo put out was way back in February of this year, so Nintendo fans everywhere were hoping to hear some big news on their favorite franchises. Unfortunately, that didn't exactly happen. This was known as the Farm PG Direct.
Yeah.
So Dylan, we've broken down all of the games that could ever come out. More Assassin's Creed than you'll ever need.
And more than anyone wants.
More than anyone wants. What did you think about Games Timber, as it's apparently known now? What's up?
I was firstly just shocked that this happened. Like, it just kind of kept piling on, and you're like, oh, there's another event. Oh, Nintendo's also doing an event. Oh, Sony's doing an event the same time. What is happening?
The literal same day.
I was blown away at first because I just was not expecting any of that. But hey, I love these showcases, man. They're always fun to just kind of sit down and watch. I don't enjoy many of the games that come up and just wait for that one game where I'm like, ooh!
It's the closest thing that we as gamers get to like sport, I would say.
Yeah.
Like the majority of gamers, because like, you know, there's esports out there, but not a lot of gamers actually focus on exclusively esports. And like, we don't watch other sports unless you're me or Jay, in which case we actually do watch sports.
AKA old.
Okay, sure. But it's just, I don't know what it is about like ranking the presentations, but it's just, there's like a niche, like a hole in my soul that it just fills every time.
I need to harshly criticize these things.
Yes. I have to get like looking at like the Nintendo one in particular. I was looking back at that being like, okay, let's see what actually got announced. And I was like, you know, it's not the worst.
It's really not
It's definitely
that
not
bad.
the best one they've ever done, but like there's stuff that came, like stuff was announced and okay, cool, yeah. But it was overshadowed by just, dude, so freaking many RPGs.
It was so bad. We literally were just like talking to each other in Discord, watching it live, and we just kept saying, another goddamn RPG.
Every
Stop.
single 5 seconds, there's like, live your life in Story of Seasons L, Historia core of Illusion or whatever. And it just kept going, and none of them looked interesting. And like, I get, look, I get that there are people who play these games. Like one of our friends, Kappaw. Kappaw's gonna love these games.
Totally.
Fantastic. Awesome. Don't lead with those, and don't make those the majority of your thing.
Don't make that like 60%.
Spread it out.
Those
Spread
people,
it out.
Those games are so long that they can have one of those for a year. For a year, and they'd be fine. You gave them 15.
Or if you're Kappaw or Drawful, you just buy the remake, the remaster, the whatever of Tales of Symphonia and play that forever.
Forever. You just a vicious cycle. You never stop.
Over and over again. And then when there's a new Kingdom Hearts, you stop to play that, and then you play that forever and ever and ever. You play Tales of Symphonia forever and ever and ever and ever, and then you never play anything else.
And then you die.
And then you die.
But don't worry, you can do that in these farm sims as well.
And then you can play Rune Factory and just like love it.
It was so absurd.
I really don't mean to be mean, but it is one of those things where I'm like, the people who are going to buy these games are going to buy them just regardless. You don't need to tell us about them.
Yeah.
Like, you don't. There's not the number of people who watched that and went like, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. Right. Zero. Zero people watch that. Other than like 15-year-olds who don't keep up with games anyway.
Yep.
Because they don't have like disposable income to buy whatever they feel like. RPG nerds knew about those.
Uh-huh.
And if they didn't, and they saw it like, 6 months from now, they'd be like, well, I'm picking that up. So I'm just telling you right, hey, Nintendo, we don't need any more RPG talk. Unless it's a Xenoblade game, because that's your thing. Just, if you're not doing a Paper Mario game, like an actual Paper Mario, not like the new ones, like an actual Paper Mario, or
Please.
like, a Mario RPG, or Xenoblade, those three, or like another Earthbound, that's fine. Everything else?
In other words, Kick Squeenix out. Get them out. Get them out of your house.
Let them do their own thing. This is the space. This is the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom space. Okay,
yes,
this is
all
sacred
we need.
space for us. That's all we need. And Metroid Prime 4 should have. I don't understand how you have nothing for Metroid Prime. Like, why do they keep trying to tease me with the thought of Metroid Prime trilogy coming to the Switch and then it never shows up, Dylan? Tell me that, Dylan.
I cannot answer questions that have no answers. It's saddening. What also got me is like they play a small trailer for Bayonetta 3, which people have been so excited for. People have been waiting for forever. And then they say immediately after, wait till after the presentation to see an extended trailer. I'm like, why didn't you just show that here?
Because they had to have space for all the farm RPGs,
No, they
Dylan.
didn't. No, they didn't. That wasn't enough. You could have just shown that now. And why, for the love of God, do all these presentations have segments of explaining how to play a goddamn video game? I know how to play video games. I've done them for years.
Now, if you don't know how to play Pikmin Bloom, go get your cell phone, ask your parents for permission before you install Pikmin Bloom.
Pokemon Go was literally one of the most popular mobile games of all time. You don't need to explain to me how this very similar game works.
Just walk around. You can collect Pikmin. Take pictures with them.
That is always my pet peeve with these shows. Don't explain to me how to play a goddamn video game.
Hit the A button to jump.
I know that.
Use the left stick to move your character.
It's just,
right stick controls the camera. You'll never believe what innovations we have now.
It blows my mind.
Push the L2 button to lock on.
I don't get it.
Okay. All that negative energy out of here. What are you actually excited about?
Shut up. Don't you know the answer. It's Tears of the Kingdom, man.
Tears of the Kingdom,
Dude,
baby.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom podcast.
That's what we are, and that's what we will forever be, because that is easily Game of the Year. Whenever it comes out, I'll wait 1,000 years, but one thing I know for sure is that it's the Game of the Year of that year. But yeah, unironically, yes, I'm most excited for that game. It's just, Breath of the Wild is my favorite game of all time, so I'm so excited for the sequel, and I can't wait. I love the theming. I love the looks. I'm all about it. I just give it to me. Give it to me. Give me more.
Dylan, have you played any other Zelda games?
Yeah, I played a good amount. I played Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess. I recently beat Minish Cap.
Never mind.
I like Zelda.
Never mind.
Yeah, come on. I play video
games.
Cut that
part.
No,
Cut that part.
No. I'm keeping that in. I play video games. How dare you? I have my gamer card in my pocket right now. Don't you dare try to question it.
You literally told me last episode that you are not going to play any game that came out like before 1999.
I did not say that. You have no proof. And I'm the one who edits these episodes, so you will never have proof.
Fine. So other than the obvious, what are you excited for? Was there anything that you were like, ooh?
I was actually really surprised about whatever that unnamed Captain America Black Panther World War II game is.
Oh my gosh, dude. That was so cool.
Ooh, that's such a good concept. Like, I'm all in for that.
I didn't even know that Amy Hennig was the one who was like attached to it, but seeing that I was like, oh, that's going to be even better.
Yeah.
She's like, of the projects that she's worked on, most of them have been pretty stellar. The only one that like didn't end up happening was that what was it, Star Wars 1313?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. She left Naughty Dog to go work on that.
Interesting. I'm excited to hear more about it, because that alone sounds like a really good concept, and I didn't even know about Amy Hennig, I think is her name, but I didn't even know about that until just now. So, but hearing about that makes me even more excited for it. It's such a cool concept, and if they can pull that off right,
that's the kind of stuff that video games are best at, in my opinion, is like just taking a weirdo concept and like actually making it work, and more importantly, making it super fun.
Oh yeah.
For me, so obviously the big one we talked, it's Tears of the Kingdom.
Of course, man.
So moving on from that, I'm just pumped that they gave us an actual release date for this Marvel's Midnight Suns game.
Yeah, you've been about that game, man.
Oh my gosh, that is so up my alley. Like, the weird mystical side of Marvel is some of my favorite stuff.
It's cool.
And it's a tactical strategy RPG, first of all. Like, that's just up my alley. Made by Firaxis, who are like the best at that kind of system, so even better if you're not counting like the Fire Emblem people. And I can play as Blade, and Ghost Rider, and it uses like trading cards.
Yep. It literally dead
Just-
shot to that millennial brain.
That's me.
They
I
made
need
me
that.
into a video game.
I want me. Let me play it.
Give it.
The problem is it was supposed to come out in February. I don't know if you know this originally, but
Yeah, I
it
remember
was
that.
announced to come back, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna delay it to like May," and then I got delayed to May, and then in May I was like, "Okay, here it comes
right, baby,
tomorrow."
let's go.
And then they were like delayed to October. I was like, "Okay, well, I mean, October's like thematically appropriate. Okay, cool." And then in like July they're like delayed indefinitely. I was like,
No.
"Why?"
That's the scariest words you can ever hear about a video game.
It looked done. I was like, how can they possibly delay this indefinitely? And then it turns out the reason is because they needed to have stuff for this Disney and Marvel showcase thing. And so that's when they announced. That's literally,
Really?
I don't know if that's exactly why, but I'm betting that's probably why they delayed
That
it.
would be crazy.
I think they
guess-
were going to delay it to December anyway, but I think that Marvel was like, how about you just do that sooner so we can announce that release date during this presentation? Because we don't have anything other than like mobile games.
We've got a lot of mobile games, but we need a bit more.
There's this weird like Castle of Illusion Mickey Mouse with Goofy and Donald like beat 'em up game that we're also releasing. So that is kind of cool. And the Tron game that nobody but JB is going to pick up the Tron game. So like, okay.
I was so fooled when I first saw images of that because like just from like the UI and the look, and I was like, did they make a Tron Mass Effect game? But no, it's a visual novel.
They should
I
have.
was like, oh.
They should have just done that.
Would that have been so cool?
Yes, anything would have been cool. Anything would be cool with the Tron license, dude. Anything with the Tron license would be cool. You know what would have been better? If they had not canceled Tron 3 because of how bad Tomorrowlands did in theaters. What? How?
Hi, hello. This is me, Dylan Zoomer here. I haven't seen any of the Trons. Don't really care about this, but I'm sure this would suck if I was him. I've seen a bit of the TV show they did. Like there's like Tron Kingdom Hearts world. So where you okay, he's gone.